everybody, and straight to the action we go. Knife round has just actually concluded. My name is Strong Legs, and today, for this evening at least, DarfMike will be joining us for what is supposed to be, in my, I think both our opinions, a pretty good best of 3. Hello, Mike.
Hello, hello. How are you doing, Roy?
I cannot complain. By the way, if you guys are wondering why there is a delay, well, CSGO said, you know what? Update time.
Last possible second, just a classic CS update slided in there right as the event is beginning. But we are going to get straight into the pistol round, and I am excited to see these two teams play. At the last LAN event I was at, Jonji's getting right back into the business, but he's been answered back upon. Crashy's going to pluck 1, make it 2 from heaven. A little more difficult with the bomb not down yet, and the wrap already on. It's going to be left to Penny with not much health in his pocket to deal with these remaining players, and he will eventually lose his life. A quick pistol round out from Riot Squad. They wasted no time getting into the fight and wrapping from the CT side and putting that one in their pocket right away to start things off.
Yeah, you got to love that reaction from Riot Squad, right? Just getting straight to that flank, not wasting a single time, and a little credit to Crashy's in the heavens. I mean, he plucked 2 out of the server quickly on that entry, so props to him. Now it's all Rugratz forcing up, even without a bomb plan. Deagles, scout for Hunter. This is a little bit more, I think, considered risky now by most people. I think people are comfortable using Galil's now, but they want to go with the Deagles armor. They want to go with the scout. But if they can't convert this round, Mike, this will just set them behind. And it's going to be Jonji with a nice shot onto Hunter, who was looking for some scout tags. But there's a little bit more information for Riot Squad. And oh, okay, Peter.
Nuke is always one of those maps where the force spy is trickier to make work. They even had utility, they just haven't really dumped it yet. I mean, frequently you'll see teams go for that sort of straight up hit just to get a bomb plant down, but they're not even tagging their opponents at this point. Leaf will get a frag there. Get something done with the Deagle, but quick answer back. Just not a lot of opportunity here for the Rugrats, and that force spy really did not justify itself in any way, shape, or form. They never really got into the round, and this is concerning. I think what that represents from Rugratz is that they recognize that to really have good impact on this map, they needed to start off hot, and they needed to really contain Riot Squad's CT side early on, and they failed at that. So this could be concerning for them going forward. The economy's going to grow. Looks like they're just going to go straight to the vent drop here, but the mollies are in. The trade nades are good, but the bomb is dropped now out in the open, and Crashies can babysit this. Drop another molly, and just continue to contain them behind the squeaky door. This round's pretty much over, and there it is once again. A quick round, wasting no time whatsoever and only dropping 1 body. Riot Squad have put that away. This might be a very quick map 1 based on these first few rounds. It's just been
you're calling
30
it already?
second rounds. I'm just saying the timing, the pace. They're like 30-second rounds right now.
Wow, Mike, I don't think I've ever seen you give up on a team this quickly before. That's the first.
We'll see.
All right. I still believe in the Rugrats. I think they have a pretty good roster. Of course, the recent pickups have set them a little bit behind in terms of their structure, but in terms of firepower, I think they have more than what they had before. But yeah, I think these next few rounds will definitely at least set the tone. But this is their map pick, so I mean, you would assume that they're pretty comfortable in this map. Let's see, they're gonna go for the ramp up. The smoke is soon gonna fade. That nade from Mitch is absolutely savage. Just demolished 3 players with that.
I think you would hope so, and it's the only map where they have a statistical advantage over Riot Squad in terms of how frequently they win this map. But we were talking about it a little in the pregame, and I think the statistics from the Riot Squad side kind of lie. I think they are a better team than they have necessarily shown in terms of their maps won versus lost statistics, and I think Rugratz is going to come to find that out. They've already lost a ton of health here. They've got a bunch of utility, though. There's heavy presence on the lower site for the CT side. It does seem to be the direction that Rugratz want to go. They're starting to move in now, starting to inch their way forward, and might just find a little bit more of a welcome party than they were necessarily anticipating.
Look at that angle from Peter, just playing the cracks in the door. This is actually perfect as well, because it's setting up Mitch for the multi-frag right here. And from the side of the head, he finds the first for the second one as well. A little tiny chip damage Petty, but it won't even matter. The reinforcements, it has arrived from all directions. Peter and Jonji, one on the flank, one from the side, and Rugratz, or excuse me, Riot Squad, 4-0. That was clean.
It was a slower round, but only because the T's took ramp and then just hung out in ramp for a while. When they actually did hit the site, Riot Squad once again dispatched them with now the second. This is rough. And now we're seeing another force spike come out here. They do have the Galeals you were talking about earlier, a Deagle and Mac 10 as well. They're going to go for the outer smokes, try and get something going here, but Amali's going to delay them at the least. And Dirty Peak Pete is out here with the op. He's going to connect the first shot. Now they've got to contend with the big green gun. And this is a Riot Squad side where when you let them get the op, when you let them get healthy on the utility, they're very tough to deal with. 3 players will make their way down secret, but Janji's going to reposition down the vents to anticipate this, start to drop the utility early on, and just keep them contained once again. And this is what we're seeing round again, Roy. It's just really Riot Squad setting the pace, containing them with utility, slowing them down, controlling where they're at, and then when they do eventually hit a site or execute, massacring them. And it'll be interesting to see if Rugratz can change the script in this round.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, I think. This seems, at least it feels, old and calculated by Riot Squad, right? They know exactly what to do. They know how to slow them down. They know what to do to stop them. Now it's on ankle, which at least should have been a 1 kill. Can't even convert a single one, so maybe that's their chance, but they've also lost a number as well. Now it's Mitch who's unable to convert a kill, but look at the damage done to these players. That MP9 should be able to just shred right through them. Peter looking for the op shot, not quite what he was hoping for, but she's on hot pursuit. That might be the key here for him, but the headshot angle is problematic, and it is problematic. 6 HP for 2 players, 19 for Hunter, and now it's FNS with the shredder.
He's got the first. He needs to lay the hurt here. They are so vulnerable, as you pointed out. His MP9 might as well be an op at range. Just 1 bullet needs to land on Leaf. Hunter might be able to stand up to 2. But this is going to be rough. At the very least, Rugratz have made this much more expensive. And they've got the bomb down, and now a 2v1. This is very winnable. FNS whittling precious time off the clock as he tries to figure out where they're playing from, and he just hasn't been able to find them. At this point, he may just be grabbing a rifle and getting out of there, and it's only a Galil. Does he want to stick around? What's he trying to do here? I think just cost them a little bit extra capital, keep them around the bomb, and he will get a follow-up.
That's
savage. But he's not going to be able to salvage the round.
Yeah, I mean, okay. They've conceded the round, but look at the money here for Rugratz. They have nothing left. Hunter's going to drop an AK or a rifle here for one of these players, and they're going to be all used up, all down to the 0. I think Penny will be the only one with some money left. You can see Leaf and Xander have opted actually to go not with the rifles, but the Mac 10s instead. That's certainly going to hurt their ability to kind of close the end round, but let's see what they're up to early here with these Mac 10s. Are they going to go straight down to the A side? Oh, yeah, they're not stopping.
They go straight into the blender. Crashies only grabs 1, but FNS from range in towards Mini. The smoke wasn't quite covering him off. 2 damage as a result. So man disadvantage in the 2 Mac 10s up. Don't know if they're going to be able to replace them, but at the least they're going to be able to get the bomb down. And there is Leaf with the upgrade to the AK. Gotta be a bit careful here, but a plant again. This is looking a lot better for Rugratz. They appear to have found a little bit more steam here. Still, dangerous round. Utility's going to start to sail over for this retake. There's the first body drop. Leaf now down. Xander going to have to hold off the mini position, but he's able to do so. Being held back, at least for the moment. They're keeping the CTs at arm's reach. Now it's all onto Hunter. He's got the op, and he's just going to be hunted down. Mitch will secure it. They'll get the double up. They'll get the defuse. Riot Squad back on top with a 5th round.
You know, I think the only saving grace here is the fact that Rugratz still have a massive loss bonus. So with that bomb plant, they can actually sustain purchases, but Riot Squad, once again, I mean, they started that round with a single defender on A site and still won the round, Mike. Rugratz owned that A site within the first 20 seconds of the round and still could not convert that. Now it's Riot Squad back with rifles, back on the double op setup, and Rugratz again. The fast pace worked for them, and they're going to try it again here, but they've gotten 1 kill. They're on their way in. FNS finds 1 and a second from above, but from down below, Dive was able to convert 2 kills and 1 on the rotator. And it's going to be the double ops now to retake the A site, but wait, they've abandoned.
I love this call to bail out, especially since you're against the double op. They don't necessarily, well, they have a pretty good idea of double ops out here, and they haven't. So now you get the bomb planted towards lower. This is a site that does not lend itself to a retake from the AWP very effectively. The angles to clear, too many corners to check. And now Mitch and Peter have a decision to make. Because yes, there was that big built bank, but it's disappeared pretty quick. And if you lose a double op in this kind of situation, you give your opponents a very good opportunity to start to close this game and make it a little trickier. So I think this is going to be a save, unless they get a pick pretty much instantaneously here. And it's not showing itself as of yet. Hunter may give it just now, but I think it's a little too late to bait them back into the take. So this is going to be a 2nd round for the Rugratz. The double op will survive, so the CTs will still be able to buy. But Rugratz making a case for themselves, changing the script a little bit. These really fast plays from them have been effective. Wow, that second shot from Peter did not think he was going to be able to survive that situation. And And so Xander being the sole surviving member of Rugratz means once again their money is going to be right on the brink.
Yeah, but their loss bonus is decreasing. They still have a 2,400 loss bonus, so with a bomb play that put them at 3,200, which that might not be enough for Riot Squad on the verge of a huge swing round here once again to maintain a dominant lead here early on this first half. And Rugratz on kind of the same storyline, but on the opposite end, right? They want to at least close the gap between these two teams. So they will switch it up a little. They're going to go to the outside. There is no one here ready for it, but I think Mitch is rotating with the op to try to hold back what he can from down below. But for now, Rugratz' own secret really early. And this is actually kind of a key here for them. They have a lot of pressure. They can kind of move the Riot Squad rotations around.
That forces Mitch off the angle. Well, no, actually, he's going to be able to hang out just fine. Oh, missed shot. Now they know he's here. That was a big opportunity to pluck one before they really get into the site proper. He's going to have reinforcements coming from the ramp, and his teammates likely on site soon. But they're sticking around to the vent. They actually want to go for the play towards upper. They decided they don't want to contend with the op at all, and it's going to be FNS to contain him. He'll get on towards the hut. They do pop their head up this ladder. They could find themselves with a face full of FAMAS bullets. And I think that's exactly what's going to come through. 3 players bunched up. There's the flashbang. They haven't spotted him initially. He's going to get one, not the second. Pulls away from the spray a little bit too early. But Jonji's already gotten back through, and that's a big kill to find. Going to leave it to Xander and Leaf to try and secure the site. Make that just Leaf. The young gun, the 16-year-old fragger, the new addition to the team. He's got to do it all. And it may just be a bit too much of a task for him. He has the bomb. He has 25 seconds. He's got 4 targets to find, and he's lost himself in the smoke. There's the first. Here's a start. Now they know where he is, though. He's going to smoke his way to try and get out of mini, but they're hopping him down with 13 seconds. Time's just not on his side. He'll try and sneak his way down to vent. Don't even know if he would have had time to the plant if he did get through there, but Mitch will make sure that's not even a possibility as he puts some dig bullets right at this.
Yeah, and the lack of bomb plan is definitely a problem here for Rugratz, as their money is, well, they spent it all, Mike. They used all of their esports earnings. But they have the 5 nades again. I think they're looking for the multi-stack. It works out this time. Crashes. The bomb does take it down, but the Molotov is certainly not helping things. And they all just get shredded, Mike, on their attempt to go down the vent. 7-2 for Riot Squad. And that was quite a profitable round for the Riot Squad. They only lost the MP9 for Crashies. Not a big deal.
Not at all. I think they're fine with that exchange. 1 for 5, real quick. Utility taken 2. I think 2 of the kills were from a Molotov as well. Always interesting. But this is what happens when you've got Rugratz playing this fast-paced play most rounds, right? They're hitting something quick. They're going decisively. They're trying to hit it. They're not really mid-rounding or changing things up. We saw it the one round where they tried to go back up. That didn't work out for them. Well, utility really becomes a bit of a burden when the CT side has all of it. They can just really punish you for it. Nice kill. Traded those. So there's no lasting advantage. Typhoon will try and give them a little something to work with, and that should be a bomb plant, the Molotov to secure it. And nice kill on FNS in the hut. Anticipation there from Typhoon might just have given them a round. Rugratz, pretty good chance in this one, especially since once again it's Peter and Mitch on that double op to attempt a retake they really would like no part of.
And it's really unfortunate, too, because they seem to be the ones left over in these scenarios every time. But, of course, we all know that double ops are not really the most ideal weapons for retakes, especially on Nuke. But 1-for-1 deal so far. So he's able to recover a different weapon and actually find a kill with that recovered weapon. Hunter's not in the position for this. Hunter, he's going to have to aggress his forward. It's just forced in his hand, but Hunter still wins the duel either way. Solid work from him, and Rugratz are barely holding on to these rounds, but at least they're getting these rounds, Mike.
What a play from Mitch, though, to make that close. And honestly, even though it's an unsuccessful retake, considering the money, we're going to see it here. Crashes this limiter onto his CZ, but they're again keeping Rugratz on the rope. I don't hate the idea there, even if it's just to get that extra damage on the one survivor. But one of the problems we saw, I was talking about it last round, how good utility is in dealing with these fast plays. Well, they don't have as much anymore. The bank is gone.
I think it's catching them off guard as well, right? These top force buys. Like, they're able to find one, they eliminate one up, they think that's clear, but the second op's right around the corner. And now Crash, he's looking at his flank, he's gonna catch this guy's by. Oh no! The calculator, it did not work for him too well, Mike.
Oh, how is he trying to survive there? Just wants to get the clip in the gun. He will eventually be able to do it, but he's dead in the same breath, and now it's just Peter. And Peter just has to stay up. 28 health. He's going forward with the rifle. He does not want to save this at all. He's going to try for the clutch. At least that's the indication to me here, Roy. But that's bold, to say the least. Yes, Xander and Hunter are quite low, but as he rounds this corner, that's a big missed shot. Hunter just trying to get himself out of this situation, and he'll be able to get back around the corner. I think that's going to make the decision for Peter. He'll go back, he'll retrieve his AWP, and he'll just try and survive into the next round. But Xander might have different thoughts for him. There's the spot, there's the duel, and Peter can't survive. So it's going to be another round for the Rugrats, and at this point, the money's gone for Riot Squad. They're going to have to take an eco here, and despite having already secured 7 rounds, now there's a prime opportunity for Rugrats to close this gap and, at the very least, make this a respectable half.
I mean, 5 rounds, 6 rounds, potential 7 rounds here on this T side for Rugratz would be, I would say, almost a success. Not even almost, honestly, a solid T half. And Typhoon's been a little quiet, actually, this game, as well as Penny, the 2 hard hitters for Rugratz, I would consider. I mean, Typhoon has been statistically a top performer for this roster, but this time he's a little bit more asleep. But I do have faith that he will wake up at some point in this match. And as soon as he does, it'll only make Rugratz much stronger. So for now, it will be Rugratz taking slow, methodical control outside, using the smokes to cut off some of the angles towards Mini. Well as keeping Hunter kind of the high ground sentry here with the op, looking to secret, looking for a credit card or the big garage peek. This is a stack here for Riot Squad, and if Rugratz aren't careful enough, they can find themselves in trouble.
I like the idea here. They just don't quite have the weaponry here for this execution. FNS will get 1, so at least there's a little bit of blood let. You don't let it get away clean. But now Mitch is trying to duel out an AK with his USP. Get a little bit of damage, but that should be just about it. They know exactly where he is. He's got no armor. This is just a matter of time. And Leaf will eventually pop his dome. Oh, there we go. Not a lot of impact, considering there was no investment. Maybe not the worst thing in the world, but Riot Squad have definitely shown the daylight to Rugrats, and I think they're going to be massively encouraged off the back of this. And as you've seen before, they've managed to string together a lot of buys, even when they were on the ropes. Now they've got a little bit of cash in reserve. They've got the op, and again, limited utility on the CT side, specifically no Molotovs. They've been really good at dropping mollies to punish Rugrats, and now they've got none of them.
Now just wild direction outside with this SG, but usually these are shots that Penny's hitting, but today for some reason he's not quite able to hit that. Luckily for John G, Hunter was completely blind on the cross, and that could have been a problem. Time around, Ramp's able to find a little extra damage onto Leaf, but maintains the advantage for Riot Squad, and I think they're going to be happy with that. Hunter's got his eyes on the wrong spot, and John G's got his targets right where it needs to be. 4 versus 2 now with 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and the only thing to Rugratz's name right now is Ramp and Lobby.
And they're isolated as well. This is a tough scenario. Maybe they work Leaf down here. He finds a kill. He opens something up. Or, and I think this is what they're actually trying to do, he distracts. It might just be the idea. He's gotten a kill on FNS. That might dictate a little bit of a rotation. No one else was really in position to punish this. Peter just sticking around, waiting for the flank. They're waiting to see what the next move is out from the Rugrats. And so the question is, what's Xander going to do? He appears to be trying to sneak his way into the upper site. So a lot of noise made, but Riot Squad is not taking the bait. Now Xander's shot in the back means that the bomb is dropped and this round is over. Leaf will be the next to be flanked out, and despite his best efforts, despite finding kill, despite making a bit of noise, Riot Squad didn't flinch at all.
I'm not really sure how I feel about that strategy, though, from Rugratz. I mean, they could have regrouped, right? They could have went together. They could have decided on something as a squad and hope for the best. A 1-for-1 trade even would at least open up the bomb site for a bomb plant and a potential 1v3, but or maybe they win the duel and it's a 2v3, right? That's a Marvel management, but instead they opt for a walkout upper and then a walkout ramp. Right now it's going to be Leaf going super speedy. Look at the Goomba stop, and a Goomba stop P5 on Peter. Typhoon falls up with a second one. Johnny found himself 1, but Leaf with the 180 on him maintains the advantage for his team. There's just so much chaos happening everywhere right now, Mike.
Crashies. He's got 1 bullet left. Surely he doesn't get this kill. No, he's going to have to reload. Goes to the sidearm, but it's just Hunter now. Hunter trying to clutch, racing it down with a sidearm of his own, but the pistol on pistol violence. USP going to come out on top. And Crashies with a massive 3K from the upper site to secure that round, to keep his team in it and to make it. So they're very likely going to secure a double-digit half. Just 1 more round to do so, and a very limited buyout from the Rugrats to try and fight, to try and get a 6th round. Honestly, considering how this game started out, 5 rounds on T-side of Nuke, I don't hate it for Rugratz. I don't hate it at all. But they'd love to get that one.
Yeah, denying the double digit would go huge, a long way for them, but it's gonna go back to the side again. Penny tapping away with this. Okay, hey, Tech 9. That's not the weapon I expected to find the double kill on the entry. Makes it work. And now on the flank with a spray down. Got just 2 players with that? That's insane.
This is just disjointed. This is miscommunication from the Riot squad. Nobody watching towards the hut and everybody just walking out, and just the tech 9. You don't see that very often anymore.
Yeah, not at all.
He makes it work in a big.
Yeah, actually made it kind of look sick. I'm not gonna lie. He almost sold me on putting it back in.
I know. I'm picturing you right now, just going into the inventory and switch. I'm thinking about it.
I've been hearing some feedback from players going, man, you gotta try the Tech 9. It's sick. Like,
I'm a 5'7" guy on CT side, but
I am a 5'7" guy too. I love the one-tap headshot, man. It's so strong.
Something beautiful about it. Ooh, nice shot from Penny. That was just blind fire, but the clothesline spray actually does hit somebody in the dome, and that'll be John G, who has to take a side seat for the remainder of this round. Crashies will get the bomb plant out here, though, so at the very least, the plant's secured, and they've got control of the upper site. Rugratz gonna all come in the heavens, and Hunter getting the damage done. This has just melted it away. Big 3K from Hunter, and Mitch completely out of position. Won't even be able to get there in time, I think, to stop the defuse. When he does, Leaf is ready and waiting for him.
Wow, you gotta love the patience on Rugratz for that one. They're all grouping up in heaven as soon as they were there. Like, even the instant they walked into that heaven position, boom, one player was jumping out, kind of disrupting the crosshairs, right? Disrupting the entries. And as soon as that one person jumps out, 3 players are flooding out, shooting at you. That was really sick from Rugratz. I gotta give him credit for that one. That was really well played. Pretty thought out. Now it's Riot squad. Bomb plant, yes, but not the round. And that's gonna be the force by double Deagles for Crashies in FNS class. They have an AK, and they have an SG, and they have a scout. And they've gotten their early damage off the Xander, so could not end well for Rugratz here if they continue taking early damage here.
And there's nice utility of John G supporting that up. Let's see what they can get going. I think this first pick outer could take the entire round. And we're seeing so much health get whittled out. We're talking about the early damage. It just keeps continuing. Now Xander's been found, and Typhoon's the only healthy CT left. What has happened here? How do they just keep taking this little bit of chip damage through the smokes? Now as those smoke fades, the punishment comes in. The ramp presence is gone. That's a lower site found. Typhoon's going to try and do something a little cheeky here in the lobby, but I'm just not sure how much he'll find. He will get the first. Certainly doesn't get much. He's fighting for it. He's got the second as well. Typhoon might just be able to bring this back, but no. Peter and Crashies have other things in mind, and that'll be the 10th round for Riot Squad, and the force by working out beautifully.
I'm giving the credit on that round for Peter, man. He got such crazy damage outside. Wow, that was actually insane. And not only that, but he's actually performing well. He's kind of on top right now, leading the charge. You love to see that. But unfortunately,
can't stop Dirty Peak D.
Yeah, man, he's insane. But unfortunately for Rugratz, they're on a double eco. And
ooh.
Okay, Penny.
Okay.
Thoughts?
That's a great way to get a double eco started as my right now. Oh, Crashy's got a little aim back, but Penny's still here and he's a threat. Never mind. 2 players with 1 in front of their name have both taken 1 bullet to the dome, and now it gets messy. Xander and Typhoon, a little bit of noise here, and Xander apparently can make a lot of noise. He will be traded, and that'll be a bomb plant, and Typhoon trying to retake with a scout is not exactly ideal. All he's got to do is find 2 domes. Easy, right? Molly gonna force him off the angle. That'll be a bomb plant secured. I think they heard him backing out as well. Though FNS dropping smoke may change my mind on that one. Now they just wait for him to come back on the lip, and he is dealt with. So expensive, considering that it's a double eco here, and keeping Riot Squad a little limited on cash is a good idea. But ultimately, Riot Squad survived the test.
Yeah, and this is the profitable round, right? This is really where they minimize the damages from the round before. Not only that, though, but now they're kind of starting to inch at that finish line, right? They're almost up to 12 rounds. And they've done a great job kind of not letting Rugratz come back into this mentally. And just that the psychological aspect of, you know, maybe they had some hope that they could swing this half back. But no, they instantly get shot down with the double eco. Now it's FNS with high ground. Running down to Secret. And he knows they're kind of weak on the A site. That... Oh, man, that's crazy.
Look at this blindside shot, though. He's got himself an AK to work with. Yeah, just gonna find another kill. Might be able to do a little bit more. Leaf, dangerous. Such an exciting player. He's a player that people have been talking about for a while, where it was just an age factor keeping him out of the upper leagues. And now that he's in it, now that he's competing, it's so exciting to see him grow and to see that potential shine. He is leading his team right now, 19-15, trying to catch up with Peter, the player we've been highlighting. And this round's certainly going to be won, but if these two rifles can survive through to the next, that's not a bad result for the Rugrats.
Yeah, not bad at all. Went from USBs, no armor, to 2 one-tap weapons and one that has a scope on it. All that's a good return on investment.
Just a little slight upgrade. Just a little bit.
And I think the most important thing is not only just that, it's the fact that they're keeping Riot Squad's money in check, right? Not letting them get to that double, triple buy zones yet. It's almost invaluable. 12-7 though. Riot Squad again. They're starting to slowly get into this kind of dangerous territory here for Rugratz. But I feel like I can't help but feel like Rugratz really need to make their stand in this gun run right here. Otherwise, this half is gonna end poorly. But I really do want to see some sort of proactiveness from Rugratz though, right? They haven't really shown anything crazy. They haven't tried to hold outside or try to contest the fast pace here for Riot Squad.
Here we go. A little bit of damage done up early, unfortunately, for Rugratz. Not going to come out on the top end of that, and there's John G catching a kill. Effective around the hut, making it work here, and that's going to put Hunter in a bit of an awkward spot. He's got a lot to contend with, and he will find his first duels. John G's maybe making a little bit of individual moves. He didn't have anybody with him. Was trying to make more noise there towards the upper site, and that just won't happen. Instead, they'll approach ramp, but Leaf, again, is in a strong position. Last time he held it with the USP, this time an AK. A little bit more effective this go-around, and he'll get 2 for the price of 1. Bomb can be recovered, but his positioning, this is awkward, and Xander now in the back lines has found the flank he was looking for. It's all going to be on to Mitch, who will at least secure a plant. No one in position to deny him that. Around, going to be a little bit more of a question. Hunter at 4 health can't really deal with that door spam. Mitch gonna find the first. Nice snappy approach. He loses health, and that health is going to be enough for Hunter to get back through. Defuse will come in. Round gonna be claimed, and Rugrats, they're keeping themselves alive. You said they had to do it. Well, they've done exactly that. They are going to survive this gun round and give themselves a fighting chance in the game.
Solid performance from Leaf though. He's really stepping up to kind of keep Rugrats in this one. Credit out to him. That bomb plan, that keeps Riot Squad sort of in check here. I mean, I think they can still... I wonder what their buy is going to be look like, but I think overall they should have full rifles. Yeah, they'll have full rifles. They'll have full utility behind that as well. It will be limited for John G and Peter, but everyone else is sitting pretty, Mike. This is still a multi-full gun round here for Riot Squad. And Rugrats, their loss bonus is dwindling, and then their money is down to almost 0. They really still... They can't relent on the pressure. They have to maintain focus here. But... still, we're not seeing anything proactive here for Rugratz. They're playing pretty standard. They have a player towards Big Garage. They have the players Heaven kind of keeping tabs, supporting. They have the double players on A site. There's a single player ramp.
And honestly, this kind of mirrors... Ooh, that's a nice pick there. Penny just finding the timing on the flashbang for the full blind player. But it's kind of mirrors what we saw from them on the T side. Nothing they did was too out there. It was all pretty straightforward. Teams playing new sort of the textbook play on this map, and unfortunately that's not quite good enough against a team like Riot Squad. We're seeing it again in this round. Just a ton of punishment coming through. Leaf will at least be able to get a kill, but with 3 players alive, the upper site contained, and the money not good from the CT side. This is a save early on, and it's going to be a 13th round for Riot Squad. Rugrats, they're just running out of runway here. This plane is starting to skid to a crash, and unless they manage to get the flaps fixed and pull up a little bit, it's going to be over.
I'm wondering what their loss bonus is at, if they even have one.
I don't think they do. 1900. So no.
Yeah,
nothing.
that's rough. Penny can afford his own M4. Leaf could drop an M4 over, and Typhoon or Xander can SMG or shotgun up. So I think they might just... yeah, they're going to roll with it. Wow, that's... yeah, he's going to go with the 5.7, not even an SMG drop. They're going to go for the full utility instead. I'm actually kind of disappointed in that, though. I mean, why not go with an MP9 or a Mag 7? I feel like they're almost better in every way than the 5.7. Maybe not the Mag 7, but the MP9 definitely.
I don't know, this map is the sort of the classic. I mean, it's typically the XM on the HUD, but Mag 7 can definitely make it work. Or you get it into the ladder, you just play a bit of a cheeky spot. Yes, it's a little cheesy, but it works sometimes. You know what? At this point, cheesy or no cheesy, I think they'll take it if they could make a round work. But it's going to be a bit of a slower play from Riot Squad. They're trying to avoid running into whatever it is against them. I like this, having Hunter in with the op towards ramp. We haven't seen too much impact from the big green gun for this Rugratz side. He's been struggling a bit, and it'd be nice to get that op alive a little bit more. When he's hitting his shots, he can be a big engine for this team to get them over hills, to get them over obstacles, and Riot Squad is certainly that right now. A big old obstacle for them to deal with, and it looks like that obstacle is going to take it towards outside. So he's not going to get much of a chance to have impact here. Hunter repositioning now, maybe to anticipate that, but they're likely going to be down before he actually gets around, or at least have smokes up to prevent him. That's exactly what happens. Bomb's already crossed. He can't do much with that op except reposition and try and get in to contest the lower site. So they've taken down towards the lower halls with no contest whatsoever. They're going to have the site as well, and this is going to be a tough situation. Leaf has to come up huge here once again for his team.
I think he just got spotted, and I think his shoulder may have just been spotted. But this triangle right now from Rugratz is probably unbreakable unless they can get some sort of utility out, or if the flank lines, they start to advance a little more than they should. Crashy's going to get us out on sight. Luckily, Johnny's a little bit aware of that positioning. That smoke cuts off one of the angles. FNS is looking to just come right through, but does he find the timing? One, but the second one, the fast turnaround from Typhoon to keep them in the game. And Mike, these are starting to get really tight between these two teams.
Whew, squeakers. Absolute squeakers. Just trying to fit through a small window here. Gotta be tense over on that Rugratz side. They are going to be able to get a buyback out here, and this is similar to what we saw for the second round buy from Riot Squad. We'll see if they have similar success here. Force last time worked out well, but admittedly they didn't have to contend with an AWP. They didn't have to contend with all this utility as well. So it's a bit of a different ball game this go around. Still, this is a deadly team with whatever they have in their hands. If you gave them sticks, they'd find a way to take 2 kills. So it's still not going to be fangless in this round. And it looks like they're going to go for the outer smokes again. It worked last round to get them down towards the lower bomb site. I'm going to try a second go around.
Yeah, I really thought Hunter was about to show me some sick EU nade all the way from heaven, but no, he landed way too short. Now Xander's keeping them kind of in check here towards Secret, not really letting them advance too early on. And this is always sort of a feels bad, right? They invested so much utility to get into Secret, but now they can't really do anything off it. What do they decide to do? Do they leave their eggs and just abandon Secret and try their luck outside? They might walk into an op. They might walk into some sort of weird op. No, they're just going to keep pressuring the Secret area. That is not nearly deep enough. They're just going to continue fighting from behind with the crosshair from Xander. There's one from Gandhi. Xander with the MP9, though. He's able to find 2 for himself, but not quite good for the third. But now it's a 2 versus 3. Still in favor for Rugratz. And they have good number presence down here below. And if Riot Squad commit to this bomb site, they're in an advantage.
Take the spot from Penny. I don't think they know he's here. Oh, the timing brutal there. He might still find this flank. Player in towards vents. Mitch could get caught. If he does, this becomes a problem. Now Penny knows he's here, but Mitch is anticipating it. He's going to have the shot. No, Mitch holds strong. That's massive. Out from Mitch, an anchor for this team. He does exactly that. Now everything's on to Hunter. He negates that whole flank that could have been so very deadly for them. And now everything's left to the man with an op and a USP to deal with. As soon as he taps this bomb, that door's going to pop open. Try and force the fight, but there's 2 here, and there's just no way he's getting away from it. Mitch fittingly takes the 3rd kill, and it's going to be 14 rounds for Riot Squad. Money gone for Rugratz as they try and keep their opponents off of map point, and they try and keep them off of winning this first map.
Yeah, this is the double reset at 14-9. I mean, this is as harsh as it can get. This is extremely punitive here, and it's going to, I think Rugratz are going to pay the consequences. This is going to have to be force buys from here on out for Rugratz if Riot Squad continue their streak here. Now Riot Squad have put themselves in a solid win condition here, Mike. Unless they make some sort of massive error or some sort of huge mistake, or maybe somebody comes up with a heroic play for Rugratz, they have this first map in the bag. And again, this is Rugratz's map pick.
There's the first duel, not going the way of Rugratz. They really need to win some of these cheeky fights around corners, and that's just not an auspicious start. Hunter might have a little something going here. He's playing around the double doors. If he can catch Jonji, that gives them a shot, and that's not going to be the case. A little glimmer of a hope they had in this round. It's starting to dwindle. He could get one, He's been good for at least one pretty much every round of this game. He's really the only thing that's kept them in it whatsoever. And now it's just Penny who's locked in towards the upper side. They bet everything on this. They put it all on black, and it's not looking like that's going to be a bet they win. First kill found for Penny, but at the cost of most of his health. He's now going to try and come around, and he's dueling off against Peter and Mitch in towards the site proper. Comes around this corner. Smoke to block off Peter's angle. He's got a pretty good read on it. Going to the MP9, that's enough. Dirty Peek Pete, he doesn't always need a scope on his gun, and he will retrieve the big green to finish this game out. I don't see a whole lot coming through here. It's going to be Deagles, SMGs, Scouts again to try, hope, pray that they can keep themselves alive, but this juggernaut does not feel like it's going to come to a halt.
Yeah, the Scout, the Mag 7, 2 Deagles. Use Smoke to work with, but an opening pick for Hunter with the Scout on top of the railing. That certainly kind of evens up the odds here a little bit. This is a good position for the as well down here below. And if you can eliminate Janji, that could be the key. And from the side it goes, and that's an upgrade for Penny from the Mag 7. And I think Janji may have spotted both those players on the death cam. So they might have an inkling that at the upper A side. Typhoon, the drag can't quite escape though from the Wrath of Mitch as they continue along on towards the A site.
Mitch is one of those players who, he's not one of the flashiest players on this roster, but he just always impresses me. He's so very dependable, and here we go. This time it's Crashies. He only gets one, not quite able to corral the spray for the second. He did do damage on complete. This is a very winnable 2v3, and indeed, that's exactly what they'll do. Last shot out from Mitch, of all people, and that's going to be the game, folks. The first one, at least. This is a best of 3, so there's another chance for the Rugrats to get back into it, but it's going to be much tougher as they head on over to Riot Squad's map pick, a map they are so very good on.
Yeah.
Dust 2.
And you know what's crazy is that Leaf almost had the scores of the 2 next players combined. He was 2 kills away from having the second and third players' scores combined, Mike. Someone needed to step up. There's a lot of hot firepower on that roster. Penny's one, Typhoon's another. These guys could step up. Hunter, even Hunter, somebody who was considered one of the best operators in MZL at one point, he kind of did not show up in this matchup either. I mean, Leaf just needed some sort of relief from that performance and some sort of help from any of these star players, right? But he got none of that, and Riot Squad just kind of ran them over, and every single tight scenario was pretty much secured by Riot Squad as well. But I think at one point there was a chance, but unfortunately that's the way it rolls. Sometimes you just lose grip on what was a pretty close game at one point. Riot Squad steal away Rugratz's map pick. The second map coming up right now is Dust 2. That is Riot Squad's map pick, which is coming up here shortly. Before we go on break, though, please follow Mike. For every follow, his hair will grow back 10 times faster. Follow me down here below. Follow Melanie, our producer observer. Yeah. I'm actually really curious to see what your hair is gonna look like after your haircut. I think it's gonna be fresh, Mike.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I've never gotten a haircut with my hair this short, but it feels necessary. We're gonna shape it up. It's going straight mohawk, folks.
Ooh.
We're going straight mohawk.
Okay. I dig it. But you know what you guys should dig? Skins, SSDs that are gonna be given away by Winners League here shortly. So follow our socials to make sure to see how you can enter those giveaways. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you're on, we're there. Follow us. For now, we're gonna cut to a quick short break. We'll be back here shortly. Enjoy the music. Second map is coming up soon.